So we were talking about credit cards and where I have this conversation sometimes with people because Genesis has a built-in feature. I can't remember if you're using that feature or not.
Which was that?
Simply easier payments.
Yes, we are.
Okay. And some agencies, in my agency, what we did before about 4 years ago when we started using Simply Easier Payments, we had a merchant account, so we were paying 2 or 3% on every dollar, and if you're making 10% commission in the insurance business and 2 or 3%, which is 20 or 30% of that dollar gets taken out in the credit card fee,
Well, and
it's huge.
what we would do is, yeah, you can go on the company website and do their payment there, but you have to forfeit your fee. And it wasn't worth it for us to give up our $3 payment fee or a reinstatement fee to allow them to use a credit card because we rely on our fee income. So we had a merchant account and we charged $3 per 100.
Right.
So if it was $79, we'd add a $3 convenience fee for the credit card. And then if it was $104, we'd add $6.
Right.
But then we got audited, and that was one of the issues that come up was
Okay.
you can't charge this fee.
Wow, and I had somebody recently that said they figured out a way to, and what they figured out is what you're talking about that you were doing years ago.
That one went off.
I guess that went off. Look good, it's still on both of us, I guess. That's good. But they were they're charging that. So you're saying the department in North Carolina at least says that you can't charge your own fee.
And and where they're piggybacking that on is the statute that says insurance companies can't charge.
Okay.
And so they're treating you as an extension of that insurance company.
Okay.
And you can't charge fees. So what we did was at that point in time we transitioned to simpler easier payments. So we transitioned to them, and it works better because we just store the credit card on file in the system, and they call and want to make a payment. We click it, it just does it. Just do it, Eddie. Just do it. Just make it do it.
Right. So that's working smooth, and that's through Genesis. So when you do the receipt, it just goes out to their
I'll
website.
take it one step further too. Our finance company uses it also. So we have an account through the agency, and an account to the finance company. So if somebody calls into the finance company to make a payment, we just use Simply Easier.
And a couple of other insurance companies I know of use the same service. But the cool thing about for you is that with Genesis it's integrated, so you don't have to go to another area, another website or whatever.
And why can we do that? It's because we're not charging a fee.
Right. And
the company's charging the fee, so they can do it. And that's why insurance companies.
Yeah, it saved us about $500 a month. Now the downside is your customer gets $4.95 added on to each when they're paying by credit card.
Well, here's my approach to that, and as well as all fees. There is only one fee that my customers have to pay, and that's the new business application fee. Any of our other fees they can avoid paying.
Because they could get directly to the company, call them.
They can pay directly. They can make changes directly. They can do anything directly.
Well, and I know in my agency, and we charge fees too in my agency for certain things. Some agencies do, some don't. But fees become, we feel like, a necessary part in my business. And here's what I want to say is what you're saying. They don't have to pay those fees, but I'll tell you, when we write a new policy, and we charge a $10 policy fee in that case, and then we're going to charge $3 for installments like you do. We tell people up front, here are our fees. Now you can avoid those if you'd like, but we'd love to see you every month. And if they want to go directly to the company, that's great too, because we don't have to provide the service and it cuts down on our workload. But if they do come in, we have coffee up front for the customers. We have, most mornings, our agency staff we have an oven in the office, in the back of the kitchen. They'll make cookies and we give them coupons. So we're really trying to do everything we can because Geico can't do those things.
Correct.
So we think that's